This is 7 National News, and in our top story, more than 1,000 prisoners across the country are to be given early releases, with the rulers of the Emirates issuing the pardons in celebration of Eid Al Adha. In Dubai, 490 inmates will benefit from the move ordered by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai. Commenting on the releases, Dubai's Attorney General Issam Al Humaidan stated that the gesture was a reflection of the ruler of Dubai's generosity and desire to give the prisoners the opportunity for a second start in life. Mr. Humaidan added that the ruling would be carried out immediately, with public prosecution having begun to coordinate the releases with the support of Dubai police. Beit Al Khair Society said that 54 more inmates were released after it settled their debts. In addition, the Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan Foundation will cover the deportation costs of 305 inmates who have served their sentences in prisons across the country but were unable to pay the plane tickets in order to return home. In Fujairah, 40 prisoners will be released, and more than 200 prisoners in Ajman and Sharjah will be granted early release. In Sharjah, 132 convicts were pardoned from various nationalities who had served half their terms and demonstrated good conduct. In Ajman, 72 prisoners are to be released, and in Ras Al Khaimah, 238 prisoners will be freed. New housing loans have been approved for 1,202 beneficiaries in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi at a total value of 2.404 billion dirhams. The Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi instructed the Abu Dhabi Housing Authority to immediately disperse the loans to the beneficiaries in accordance with existing procedures. The new loans cover the needs of citizens across the Emirate, with 879 beneficiaries in Abu Dhabi and 323 in the eastern and western regions. The government housing loan in Abu Dhabi of 2 million dirhams is interest-free and refundable in equal monthly installments. Citizens are exempted from paying 25% of the total value of the loan granted to them upon completion of the construction of the building, in addition to granting a one-time exemption of certain percentages and other incentives on early repayment of the loan. More than 1,000 voters have taken part in overseas elections for the Federal National Council, which concluded on Monday. According to the National Election Commission, in total, 1,389 voters took part in overseas elections, and polling centers in Germany, the United States, and the United Kingdom had the greatest number of overseas voters. It was revealed that Germany had 280 voters, while the United States had 255 and the UK had 95 voters. The Commission stated that 94 polling stations were set up at UAE embassies and diplomatic missions abroad for the polls, making it the first time that eligible Emiratis could vote overseas. Commenting on the successful completion of overseas voting, the Minister of State and Chairman of the National Election Commission, Dr. Anwar Gargash, was quoted as saying that members of the electoral entities staying abroad traveled long distances to cast their votes, and this shows the unity of the UAE community and its keenness to be part of the nation's journey towards further achievements on all fronts. Emirati nationals in New Zealand were the first to cast their votes, while those in Los Angeles City in the United States were the last. With its strategic position as a key trading hub for the global food industry, Dubai is well placed to take the lead in improving and aligning food safety standards across the region. According to the Emirates news agency WAM, with food safety declared a top government priority, the UAE Federal National Council earlier this year passed a tough new federal law on food safety to be enforced in all UAE territories. The 21-article bill regulates food production both inside the country and from imports, and aims to tighten control on the food supply chain by using best international practices. According to Alpen Capital Report 2015, the UAE government is working on the launch of a uniform rapid alert system for food and feed, meant to improve the food recall processes across the country. The report added that the region's high reliance on imports and the unprecedented population growth, as well as the growing base of expatriates and educated young consumers, are driving the need for accurate information about food quality, ingredients, and nutrition to give consumers the confidence that the products are following international safety and quality standards. Additionally, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration last month took one of the most significant steps in decades to prevent foodborne illness by finalizing the first 2 of 7 major rules under the bipartisan FDA Food Safety Modernization Act, which underscores the emphasis on food safety at a global level. The Sharjah Roads and Transport Authority (SRTA) has revealed that more than 500 taxis will be replaced with newer taxi models with improved safety features this year. According to SRTA, a total of 767 new vehicles will be launched by 2016, replacing the older versions of the taxi fleet at a cost of over 42 million dirhams. It was mentioned that the new models will have a speed limiter set at a maximum speed of 120 kilometers per hour and an exterior and interior design fitted with highest technical specifications and safety requirements. 70 of the new models will be allocated to serve the East Coast. According to officials from the SRTA, vehicles in the taxi fleet have to be replaced every 4 years, irrespective of the state of the vehicle, for safety purposes. It was further added that their role is not limited to meeting the growing demand for taxi services in the Emirate, but also providing the highest standards of comfort and safety of the passengers and the driver. The Sharjah taxi fleet currently has 1,540 taxis, while the total number of taxis in operation adds up to 5,300, distributed by franchise companies operating in the Emirate. The fleet came into existence in 2007, starting with 270 vehicles, with the fleet size gradually increasing to meet the growing demand of taxi travel in the Emirate. The Friends of Cancer Patients announced that it has transformed its Color My World initiative from a short event into a year-long program dedicated to providing assistance and emotional support to both female and male cancer patients. The move to transform the campaign, which was initially launched exclusively for women in October 2014, stemmed from FoCP's strong belief in the importance of providing psychological support for all cancer patients during their treatment. The new program features a multitude of activities and events tailored to help reduce the negative effects of cancer on patients and their families. According to the organizers, studies and research show that people with cancer who have access to psychological and moral support are more emotionally stable. Also, the hormone responsible for emotions, especially cortisol, registers 25% less in cancer patients who've received psychological support than those who did not. The Color My World program is a part of FoCP's increased emphasis on patients-focused events, which includes entertaining trips, sports activities, and workshops throughout the year. According to the Director General of FoCP, Dr. Sausan Al-Madi, organizing such events on a regular basis will offer cancer patients the opportunity to meet, connect with one another, and engage in enjoyable activities to build a unity and encourage them to work together to overcome the disease.
Friends of Cancer Patients, having the experience of 15 years now since its establishment, has always worked on 2 main objectives. We are community-focused with our awareness campaigns, and of course the flagship is Pink Caravan, who as everyone knows about. And the other focus is very much patients and their family. Now, what we give the cancer patients and their families are, of course, besides the financial support, we give them lots of emotional and psychological support. Last year, we have launched something very nice for the women, which we called Color My World. It's about expressing women individuality and boosting her self-confidence through the art of makeup. And we found we found the impact was really amazing. I mean, you can see the transformation of women within 60 minutes of those sessions. We all know that, when we're happy, we have those happy hormones, the endorphins and the dopamines, and the more you have it in the brain, and the effect of having a 30 minutes of exercise that will release those hormones. So those hormones do actually boost your, boost your emotions, boost your outlook in life, and really gives you a positive attitude. And that's good for the body. I mean, it does affect it in a positive way, and it does affect the immunity as well.
And finally, Dubai Music Week, the premier international music festival in the Middle East, has kicked off, featuring live performances from A-list musicians, celebrity guest talks, and master classes, promising loads of entertainment for music lovers in the UAE. According to the event's organizers, the festival will not only play host to some of the world's best-known performers and entertainers, but also provide a platform for the region's talent to share experiences and gain exposure with the best in the industry. Festival organizers also stated that the festival is a fantastic opportunity to discover more local and regional artists and learn best practices from the global music industry icons. The opening night of the festival will include performances of Jason Derulo, while the coming 2 days will include live performances from Ellie Goulding and American rock band 30 Seconds to Mars. The Dubai Music Week, founded in 2013 by Dubai World Trade Center and Los Angeles-based global gumbo group G3, is the main annual music event of the region, offering fun and excitement for everyone, from DJs, industry professionals, budding musicians, and lovers of music.